guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Priya Tegich with a brand new video. In today's video, we have a deeply important and somehow somewhat unsettling topic that we are discussing today. But first, if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, turn on the post notification bell so that each time I upload a brand new video, you are notified. We are discussing the complexities and potential challenges of interracial relationships. We are specifically going to consider the story of the Nigerian woman called Charity that met someone online, somebody from a different race. Okay, so they were in an interracial relationship. Charity, who experienced drastic changes in her husband after they got married. And in the story, she reveals that the husband had some underlying mental issues that kept a secret from her when they were in that phase of still talking. So until they got married, that's when she saw the real colors and character of the gentleman, and that was obviously not a pretty sight to see. So go ahead and sit back, relax, grab your popcorn, grab your water, drink, or wine, or something, just anything. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
Like you guys know, we got married in 2022, November. We started talking in January of 2022, and after 5 months, Darren flew into Nigeria to see me, and we got engaged after 2 weeks. It's actually coming from me. You're hearing it from me. You're not hearing it from any side, For 5 months, 4.5, 5 months, right? We were good. He flew into Nigeria to see me 5 months later. We were good. The energy, the vibe, the love, everything was good. 2 weeks later, he proposed to me, and I accepted to marry him. I accepted to marry him knowing the fact that this person works part-time, or this person is not really financially there. But I was ready to do it with him. I was ready to go through it with him, knowing fully well that I can encourage him to be better. I can help him to be better. That was what I thought. After the wedding and he went back, the love was there, everything was still there, we're talking well. Even though couples had their arguments, we had the normal arguments that couple would have in the marriage, in the relationship, but we were still good, the love was still there, everything was well. We went to immigration. All through the healing time, we never talked about closing the distance because I knew what was involved, It wasn't really working full-time at that time, so I knew what was involved. So but he said an immigration lawyer to know what's up about the visa, to know about the visa requirement. So when he went to the immigration lawyer, they gave him the list of the things that he would be needing for closing the distance. The immigration lawyer gave him the requirements of what we will be needing to close the distance. So he sent that to me, and he said, and because I know he was not working full-time, that he cannot be able to provide 6 months bank statement or the requirements for the visa, because he was not working full-time and he had gone through his surgery and all that. So I said okay, I accepted that because it was something that I knew. So I said okay, we'll work towards that, we'll find a way out. We were good, we were still good, the love was there, everything was going on smoothly and fine. He messaged me in one of our conversations that if I want him to move to Nigeria, that he would do it, okay? But if he's going to move to Nigeria, he was concerned about the safety of him moving here, if he's going to move, and if I accept him, okay? Especially since we've seen the requirement and it was something that we weren't going to do because we know the situation of things, because we were newly married and we really wanted to be together, Besides, I was excited that he was coming to stay with me in Nigeria. I was excited that he was coming to to be with me in Nigeria,
Yeah.
for us to live together, as a family. I was so excited. So if you guys remember when I did a vlog, when Owen and I, we came to Abuja, we lodged in the hotel. That was the time we came to Abuja. I know some of you followed the vlog at that time. Some of you that followed the vlog at that time will understand where I'm coming from. We packed our bags. We were so excited about closing the distance, being together. But before then, him coming to Nigeria, I had him send his CV to me. I arranged it to the standard of him looking for a job. If he can at least get a job in Nigeria, while we work towards every other thing in terms of visa later on, at least to help him build the requirements of the bank statements and all that. It would help us in terms of applying for visa when we were ready to apply for visa. He got a 2 years visa. So what he would do was stay 1 month and then maybe go somewhere and come back. He got it, but it was a 2-year visa he had. Okay, so when he came, everything was fine, everything was well. We were in the hotel while we were still looking for apartment. Before we came to Abuja, we were already looking for accommodation. And I remember I also did a vlog on all of those things, the accommodation, telling you guys why we were looking for accommodation. I remember I told you guys everything on that vlog, So when we got the apartment, I also did a vlog on the apartment, on everything. But before we actually moved to the apartment, something really happened, the beginning of our problems. They say when you marry someone, you don't really see their side. Sometimes you don't see their side in the relationship. No matter how long you guys dated. You guys might dated for 5 years, 2 years, 1 year. Sometimes they will hide some certain things. They will not do some certain things in that relationship until you guys are married. Okay, there's always a first show of something that you will see and you'll be like, why did this person do this? Why did my wife do this? Why did my husband do this? So for us, it was in the hotel. There was a particular day after our dinner, we came back upstairs to the hotel around 10 p.m. we were sleeping. So I woke up around 11, 12 and realized that Darren was not in the bed. I went to the bathroom, he was not there. I was calling his phone, he was not picking. So I waited till 1 a.m. and then I decided to open the door to go outside, maybe to look for him. And then I realized that the door was locked. The door was locked from outside. So apparently he locked us in the room and went outside. At the same time, I was so shocked to my bones. Like, why would this person lock me in the house, then go outside in a hotel where we're staying? I was also surprised, but it was so hard for me to believe that he actually did that. So I sat down and I waited till 2 a.m. I fell asleep. I woke up again around 3 a.m. He was not back. I tried to open the door was still locked. I tried to call him, he was not picking his calls. That was when it actually dawned on me that he actually did that. Like, he actually locked me in the room and went out. So I slept and I woke up the next morning, came in, I noticed that the door was trying to open very early, around 7, 8 a.m. in the morning. So he came in. We did not really talk about. All I did was I was just quiet throughout that day. I was just mute. Later on, I think he called me to come out something. He was trying to, make me feel good and everything. I let that stuff go. I let it pass by. But what I noticed when we're in the hotel after that incident, he likes to go out by himself. If I try to follow him, he'll tell me I'm following him, I should stop following him. He wants to go out for a smoke. To a point, we start arguing about it. We start having serious arguments about this same particular stuff. You say you come to Nigeria to see your wife, you want to close this time. At the end of the day, if your wife is trying to go out with you, or maybe you're going out and she's like, babe, let me come, you're like, no, I want to have a walk, I want to have a smoke, and you start doing things like that. It's like a big red flag. Everything was still fine. We got the accommodation, which I think I did a vlog about that. We moved to the house. That was when the problems started coming out. The characters started showing. The house we collected, there are CCTV cameras everywhere, the backyard, the gates, in the compound. When we moved in, 2 weeks was it even up to 2 weeks? Few weeks into
Yeah.
moving into the apartment. A particular day, around afternoon, in the afternoon time, I said I was going to
Yeah,
the market
naturally.
to buy some things for us to cook in the night. So Darren was in the
Well, I'm
house and
not
he said he was
surprised.
not going to come with
I'm
me,
not surprised.
that Owen and I should go to the market. I said, okay, fine. So I took Owen and we went to the market. When I got to the market, I buy the things I'll be cooking, for the eve for dinner. So on my way home, I think I called him and I said, babe, we're already on our way home, you know. And he said, he's at home. That's what he told me,
Yeah.
that he's at home. I said, okay. I remember buying some mangoes or something like that. And then when we got home, I noticed that he was not around. So I had a spare key. I opened the door and I entered. So when I entered the house, I remember putting Owen to sleep because he was sleeping, and then me, I went to the kitchen to drop the things I bought and I was trying to cook. So I messaged him because I noticed he was not around. I said, Waka Waka, where are you? Something like that. I'll put a clip of our conversation. Waka Waka, where are you? And I told him I bought some mangoes, something like that, because I remember him telling me that he's on his way when I chatted, something like that, and he said he's on his way. So I did not say anything. I went back to cooking, what I was doing. The next thing, I saw him complaining, saying that he's going to kiss somebody, he's going to the manager. I think they were having a confrontation or something like that. He was trying to explain to me. So in my head, I didn't know it was that. I was thinking that maybe it was, maybe. So when he was explaining that to me, at first I was so surprised. I was trying to, like, where is he? Someone that told me that he's on his way. At the same time, he's saying that they're having a conversation. So I was just like, I was trying to know, like, what is happening? Where would this guy be? The next thing, he started saying things that are really strange. That he's going to kiss somebody, he's going to throw someone in the pool. So when he was saying that, I quickly turned off what I was cooking. I was trying to turn off the things that was on the gas. I took everything down and then I woke Owen. I asked him, can we come and meet you where you are? And then I called. I think I started calling him. And then I rushed out of the house with Owen. I told him, where are you? He told me the place, and then I went there. So when I got there, they were having serious arguments. The bar that he went to drink. He went to eat and he went to drink there. So meanwhile, he did not tell me that he was going there though, because when I came home, he said he was on his way. So I went there and I saw that they were having some conversation. They were money talks. I went to the reception. I said, what happened, babe? What's happened? He told me that he bought a drink and he was here the last time and the price had changed. So I called the reception girl. I said, when you were serving him drink, did you tell him that the price had changed? The lady said he did not say that because he normally comes here, and by the way, that he was here a day before that day, that he was here a previous day before that day, and they served him the same drink. So when the lady told me that and they were trying to argue, and I asked the lady, how much is the extra? The lady told me that it was 700 naira. So for those of you who doesn't know what 700 naira is, I think it's 50 cents. So I said, okay, no problem. So I told him to give me the POS machine, that I was going to pay the money. I said that because I didn't want, they were already having serious arguments, serious confrontation. And I didn't want anybody to come into that place to see that my husband was, arguing because of 700 naira. I didn't want people to actually come and see that kind of, them having that serious conversation. I didn't even want it. So I told my husband that, babe, don't worry. Since you feel like they're trying to cheat you, next time, you're not going to come here to drink, okay? Let's just settle it and let's just live in peace, please. So I told the lady, give me your POS machine. The lady went to bring the POS machine. So I was standing at the reception waiting so that I would pay and would leave. So the next thing, I think Darren went outside and I was with Owen. So I was standing at the reception. The next thing, I think, it was taking forever after I waited. And I was like, I looked outside, I couldn't see Darren at the front side. In my head, I was like, why is everybody not here? Why is just me and some other people that is here? What's actually happened? So I rushed outside and then there was serious fights. Even though I know that he wasn't supposed to fight like that the way he did, I supported him at that point because I felt like I cannot I cannot I cannot just see everybody, arguing, over something at the end of the day, and I will not support my husband. Of course I will support my husband, even if he's wrong outside, I'm going to support him. And then when I go inside the house, I'm going to like tell him that, oh babe, oh, this thing that you did was not right, but I will not do that outside. So I supported him outside. So the next thing, I think the security man, they went to lock the gate or something. According to what they told me, that we're not going to leave until we pay the 50 cents, the 700 naira. So they started arguing again. Darren went to the manager's office, and the lady told me my husband was beating their manager in their office, and then I think he went to fight the security guy. So that was what the lady told me. And
you can move yourself. This is my brother say one go. Something, you bought something, and you are beating a staff for something you bought, and they tell you this is 4,000 naira. Yes, you are beating a staff.
that's why they closed the gates, that we're not going to leave until we fix their door that my husband broke, and until the police comes. Apparently they had called the police on us, beating their manager, for him beating their security. So we waited. When security came, they asked us to pay the money. I was like, yes, but I told you guys to go and bring the POS for me to pay the money. By the end of the day, you guys went to lock the gate. Why did you do that? Everybody was shouting at me, shouting at us that we should pay the money. It was so embarrassing, but then I still supported him. I paid the money, and I told him, when we're going on the road, please don't come here next time. If you feel like you want to go and drink, tell me. I will come. And that's why I say, when you're going out, so that I can come with you in case of situations like this, I can be able to say before it escalates. I was trying to advise him. While we got home, I was telling him that, babe, the way you fought today was really embarrassing. You're not supposed to do that. For them to call security on us like that was really wrong. It's okay to argue. It's okay for you to shout. You guys exchange words, but for you to go to the point of fighting on the ground is really wrong. And besides, they have CCTV, and they were filming you. The way you were doing it was totally wrong. It was totally wrong. So while I was telling him in the house, not like we were still there when we got to the house, I was trying to tell him that, when you're in the foreign country, there are some certain things that you shouldn't do. Most especially if your wife, you go out and your wife is not with you. Okay? And that's why you need to have your wife when you're in your wife's country. So she goes with you so that she can defend you in case of anything. So we're having that conversation, and he was angry that I was telling him that, what he did was wrong. So the thing escalated into serious argument between me and him in the house. In my head, I was like, if this guy can come here and be doing this type of thing, at least if he's going out, he doesn't tell me. And him going out was not like that. Was not the first time. He used to go out. Sometimes, if I go out to buy something, I come back, I don't see him. I don't even know where he goes. I don't even see anything. When he comes back, I give him his food, he eats, everybody are okay. So I was like that with him. I was so free. Because I know that most black ladies, when you come to their country, they will not even let you go anywhere without them following you. But for me, I never did anything like that. He was so free with me. He goes anywhere he wants. Sometimes when I come to the house and he's not around, I just ask him, where are you? Sometimes I just ask him, do you have airtime, or do you know your way coming back? Sometimes I go as far as booking Uber, the boat. I book rides for him to come back home in case he cannot come back home. I do those kind of stuff for him. But I did not even question him. I don't even tell him, don't go anywhere without me. I don't do that because I felt like I trusted him, and I felt like, oh, maybe he wants to explore my city without me. It was happening like that. He was going out without telling me. So I said, I chatted the mom. I told the mom, I said, please, I don't know if you can advise Darren not to be going out without telling me, because he goes out without telling me, and sometimes I don't know his whereabouts. Sometimes he comes home very, very late, and today he went to fight, maybe you can tell him that he shouldn't be fighting here, because it's not really good for a white guy to come and be fighting here and go as far as going so low on the ground like that. It's not really good, because I thought that the mom and him, they are very, very close, and since I was trying to talk to him like that and he didn't listen to me, it was causing problem. I felt that, oh, maybe if I talk to the mom, maybe he might listen to the mom, and while he's in Nigeria, he will behave himself. After that, I charged my phone and I was sleeping. I just lie down on the couch. So I was sleeping, and it was around 10 something or 11 p.m. in the night. And I remember when we were having that conversation, he had gone out. I didn't know where he went. Owen was lying down in the room. Owen was lying down in the room also. So the next thing, Darren came inside the room, opened the door and came inside the parlor where I was lying down. And he was like, the next thing, he just came. He just rushed on me because I was lying down. He just rushed on me. And the next thing, he was holding my neck and he was pressing my neck. What did you tell my mom? What did you tell my mom? Why did you tell my mom that I fought? I was gasping for hair. At some point, I was like, stop it, you're choking me. I thought that maybe if he held me, he was going to leave me, But instead, he did not leave me. He was still holding my neck. He was still pressing my neck. What did you tell my mom? Why did you tell my mom that I fought? Why did you tell my mom I fought? I was just there. I was lying down before he came on me to press me. There was no way I could stand up, and he was on my neck. I was struggling to get up. Darren was on my neck, pressing my neck. There, at that point, that was when I realized that this was not a joke anymore. It wasn't a joke, when you and someone you say you love, you guys are having an argument and you guys can shout at each other, it happens. But to the point where they go as far as holding your neck and they don't leave you for 1 minute, 2 minutes, and they are still doing it, you just tell yourself that no, this person is actually here to hurt you. This person is doing this to hurt you. That's when I realized that no, this guy is not going to leave.
There you have it, guys. So what you just saw is a part 1 of the Charity story. So the whole video that she did was a live, and it was somewhat long. And so what I did is I just cut it into 3 pieces so that you guys can have the story in small doses. So come back tomorrow and we'll have a part 2 of the story. So the story is to be continued. Just to say something on the video, everything that you have seen in this video is as told by Charity. So I believe that there's 2 sides to a story, although I don't really, I'm gonna play a devil's advocate here. Having said that, I really think that whatever story Charity is telling, there's lots of truth to it. I really think that if she didn't have, the truth to the story, she wouldn't have the receipts. The fact that she has all the receipts, it means that there's some truth to the story. You don't really know somebody until you live with them under one roof for a period of time. Okay? People are capable of, concealing or hiding their characters like for a very long time. People that have been dating for 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, or whatever. Sometimes you don't know the same person until you get into the marriage. That's when you see the true colors of that, of that person. Because, sometimes they could be one of those people that, throw the socks all over the place, and they may be dealing or something deep, like what Darren was hiding. He never mentioned at any point that he had a drinking problem, such that each time he had a drink, he can go as far as fighting, physically fighting, as he did, as what you saw in the video. So I really don't think that whatever Charity did was necessarily a wrong thing, because obviously this was a lady who was just looking to fall in love, and based on their conversation, their communication, She thought Jaren was like a good person. Like, let me just say, there's nothing really that made Charity to think that maybe Jaren had some issues, some anger issues. So, to avoid getting into a relationship with him, right? So, guys, if you are in a long distance relationship, I wish you all the best. I cannot tell you how you can find out if the person that you are in a long distance relationship with is a real deal or is like somebody that needs anger management. If the people, his people, like the relatives, are in a position they would hide it from you such that you'd never ever find out. And like, I'm not even going to put it on the family, because honestly speaking, as family, we always want somebody, our family, to meet somebody, to be loved, to get married, maybe, perhaps even have children, right? So I would not put it on Jaren's sister or Jaren's mother or anybody for that matter, just because they just want what's best for, for their son, for their brother, for their, whatever. And honestly, sometimes people would think that, okay, if this person gets married, they move away from here, maybe what they have is being triggered by the local environment or stuff or things like that. They probably thought that he moving to Africa would be a good thing, would impact him positively, where he would actually change for the better. But like we have seen in this video, that never happened. Well, stay tuned for the second part. It's coming up tomorrow. So thank you so much, guys, for watching the video. And if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that each time I upload a brand new video, you are notified. Thank you so much, guys, and we'll see you in my next video.